Hello everyone, it is your friend here, XX, Darth Beast Mode, XX. You know what, just call me Darth Beast Mode without the X's. I would be more than glad to get rid of the X's, but right now I'm currently into the state where I can't change my username, so... yeah. Anyways, going back to what I was here for. Hydroid Prime has now came out for Warframe. I bet you guys are asking, what does he do? Well, here are mostly the stats of what he could do. Tempest Barrage calls down a barrage of liquid fury, meaning he'll shoot down a bunch of rain pellets to attack enemies, which does a bunch of damage if you build him up right. Another one, Tidal Surge, crash through enemies with a ferocious wall of water. Basically, you throw a whole entire wall at the enemy, possibly knocking them over. And then we got Undertow. Undertow is where you become a puddle under the water. You can pull enemies in near you or far away, depending on how far your range is. And you got Tentacle Swarm. Summon a creature from the deep to wreak havoc, meaning you spawn in your own little buddy, like a puddle, on the floor, and it rapidly swings its tentacles around, smacking any enemy that dares walk through it. And also a passive ability. Slam's attack have a chance to summon a tentacle, which would be helpful, because if your tentacle setup is overpowered as heck, you could just do a huge range of damage. It's unbelievable, people. We needed this for a long time. Hydroid... ah, crap. Drop my headphone. As I was saying, Hydroid Prime is a needed. He's a burning, or whatever. I don't know if that's the correct wording, but as I'm saying, this is what we wanted, most likely. He is a pirate. Just look at this beauty. He is amazing. His armor is 250, less probability of dying. That's pretty high up compared to other Warframes. Energy is 150, which can be useful, because I think he had originally had 100. Health is 100, shield is 175. That might be low for a starter shield, but then again, he's overpowered. You're mostly going to be not even hit under... yeah. Okay, as I was saying, you're most likely not going to get hit by most enemies, because you're going to be using Undertow, pulling in enemies, and then calling him Tempest Barrage. So that way you can drop in those sweet crits and knocking down all the enemies down to 0, taking them out within a few seconds. That's what I say is mwah, beautiful. So for those people that have been wanting to know, where does he come from? Because this ain't just a video on what he is, it's also a video on how to get him. Okay, so basically I'm going to be covering where he drops from common to uncommon to rare. So let's get right into the relics. So the first one up on our list is Neo S8 Relic. It's one of the most common things to drop. It's the Hydroid Prime Chassis Blueprint. Most of these places drop, or should I say relics drop from these places right here on the list. I may not have all of them unlocked, but these are general areas of what you think you could possibly get them. Any dealing with spy missions, defense missions, survivals, excavations, whatever it could be, you could get it from these areas. On our list is Meso N5 Relic. Next up on our list, we have XEN4 Relic. This contains the Hydroid Prime Neuroptics, with a consumption of other previous things, like Nikana Prime, Necros Prime, Galantine, those parts, all those things, but that's not what we're looking for right now. And these come from Militex and Syndicates. The drops are a little bit less short on this, a little strict on what you can get them at, because it's the Axes. Axes are one of the hardest ones to get out of overall. But thank goodness they made this Axie Relic drop it from an uncommon, because if it didn't, we would be in a pickle, and this would not be fun. Last one on our list is Neo H1. Anyway, this is the really frustrating one right here. The systems. I don't know what it is with them and putting up systems to make it up like really high up and making it the hardest thing ever. But tell them from the fact that everything is common, uncommon, uncommon, this is probably going to be a really low drop rate. Tell them from the fact that this is the only rare piece that there is. Meaning you're going to have to be spending almost eternity trying to farm for this Hydroid Prime systems. So what I recommend doing is going for the systems and making your way down that list. Because when you get the hard things out of the way of life, it's much easier. If you want to know what the drop locations are for this place, here they are. Have fun looking at them.